This is 1480 KRAE Cheyenne.
Wow, it's hot enough out there to fry chicken. So now's the time to find ways to beat the heat, and Marv's Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue, is the best place to go to get cool. Marv's Plumbing and Heating, which provides complete air conditioning, installation, inspection, and repair services, is offering its air conditioning inspections for just $98. So beat the heat right now by calling Marv's Plumbing and Heating today at 316-7634. That's 316-7634.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom. Let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming-Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
What you are about to hear is a sports talk radio show unlike any other that has ever before been broadcast in the capital city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, USA. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming's Sports Talk Authority. The Wyoming Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, the Colorado Rockies, and the Denver Nuggets. The show is local, it's regional, and yes, the show is national as well. Wyoming Sports Talk Today is on the air. If they're talking sports on the radio in Cheyenne, this is the place it happens. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Had a good Friday afternoon, Larry Perotti, Nick Perotti. It is a shortened program today. Why? Because we can make it a shortened program.
I decided on what
for an hour. That's fine. It's been a busy week, so
you're lucky you got us here on Friday, anyways. I'm just saying. We weren't here last time.
Hey, back off, Jack. Hey, our program being brought to you by Taco John's of Cheyenne. Again, home of loaded potato olays. We also have for you at Taco John's, maybe you want to load up on a six-pack of the pound on the way home. You got to try their sirloin steak burrito. It is absolutely delicious every Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday from Taco John's. Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service. You will find them over on Nation Way. You're home for Jayco. So this weekend, go on over there and check out some Jayco RVs and fifth wheels. And, they got some clearance sales going on, so save 30% off. Chick-fil-A at the corner, Windmill and Del Range. We always know them for delicious chicken sandwiches for lunch and dinner. How about seeing them for breakfast? 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Plus, they got 2 convenient drive-thrus and a delicious breakfast menu goodies. Kia of Cheyenne, great weekend to kick a few tires, take a test drive, then take home the Kia of your dreams from my good friends AJ and Greg Miller over at Kia of Cheyenne on Nation Way. Platte Valley Bank, 2 banking locations. Check out Rick and the great staff over on Vanda High, and, of course, they have their other banking location for the Eastsiders at the corner of College and Pershing, Platte Valley Bank. Medicap Pharmacy for all your pharmaceutical needs. Gene and his great staff will fill those prescriptions, with your doctor's prescription. And again, they'll take care of everything for you over at Medicap Pharmacy. Same location as always, Bluegrass Circle, next door to Texas Roadhouse. Lennox Auto Body has 2 locations here in Cheyenne. The main auto and truck repair center over on Dunn Avenue. The Auto Glass and Detail Center on Pershing Boulevard. The key people of Cheyenne will come on by and clean it, so you don't have to. Give my friend Rachel a call, 414-0074. She'll come on by and give you the free estimate. First Tier Bank at 1508 Stillwater Avenue. Again, some great AP, annual percentage rate yields right now on their CDs. So again, that's APY. Check out what Tim and the staff have for you over at First Tier Bank, 1508 Stillwater Avenue. I was over at 1507 Stillwater Avenue, Suite D in the Greenway Comets, seeing my buddy Joe and Caesar and the whole gang over at Mondello's.
Managed to get through the maze that is the construction over there?
That's all done?
Oh, they finally got it done?
It's all done. Holy cow, I was excited.
Yeah,
and
he
again,
excited when they work on it next year.
You should have seen the pies that were laid out today, in addition to the delicious stromboli and calzones.
Thanks for the invitation.
You didn't invite me.
What do you mean? I didn't know you were going.
It was a last minute think of, and it was a good thing to.
Anyway, so
delicious sandwich I had today. Again, salami and provolone, have it heated up. Trust me.
I won't forget that.
The Wyoming Montana Safety Council, 635-4592. Give our good friend Tim a call, and he will take good care of you. Mars Plumbing and Heating, 1515 Logan Avenue. Lincoln Way Liquor. You want to grab a cold one for the ride home tonight. Matter of fact, pop it open when you get home. Matter of fact, I think this would be the weekend that you grab more than one. Grab a 6er And again, you'll see what John and the great staff have for you over at Lincoln Way Liquors, 2825 East Lincoln Way. And last but not least, we get the program underway with our scoreboard, which is being brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne. Will and the great folks over there, what do you got for us today on your scoreboard side?
On my side with local, we'll start with softball, as it was a final earlier today with the Cheyenne Extreme Team Galicia. They were down in Denver again as they're competing in the Sparkler Tournament. They did lose to the Mile High Athletics 11-10. So for Cheyenne Extreme, they are 25-16-1. I do believe they have one more game, as right now in the bracket play, it's double elimination, so that was only game number one. Again, with that information, we'll hopefully pass it along, at least on the social media sides, later today. Currently in action right now down in Brighton, Colorado, at least the Cheyenne Mustangs, as they're listed as the Mountain West Mustangs, it always messes me up, but the Cheyenne Mustangs in action against the Brighton Bulldogs are leading 12-1 right now, and it's the top of the fourth, so it looks like the Mustangs are going to pick up another victory. And then later today, down in Denver, Colorado, the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers, they're going to take on the Salt Lake City Goals, so looking forward to that. That game will get underway at 6 o'clock tonight. And then College World Series, congratulations, Oregon State. You got the come-from-behind victory, going 2 games in a row, winning the victory, and the Beavers out of Oregon State are your national champions.
Very impressive win last night. Oh, by the way, Major League Baseball just getting underway at Wrigley. It's the Twins and the Cubs in interleague play. Angels and the Orioles at 5:05 Mountain Time. Also at 5:05, the Red Sox and the Yankees in the Bronx. Nats and the Phillies. Motor City Kitties of Detroit and the Blue Jays in the Rogers Center. Check that, Brewers and the Reds. They will hook up at Great American Ballpark. The Mets and the Marlins at Marlins Park in Miami. Astros and the Rays at the Trop. 6 o'clock games will have the White Sox and the Rangers at Globe Life Park in Arlington. At Busch, the Braves and the Cardinals tonight. Giants and the Diamondbacks open up a weekend series at Chase Field. I think this is going to be a very important series for both teams here at the midway point. Indians and the Athletics in the Oco and in the 8 o'clock hour. Royals and the M's tonight, also in the 8 o'clock hour from Safeco. At Dodger Stadium, the Rocks and the Dodgers. Tyler Anderson towing the rubber for Colorado tonight. He'll be opposed by Rich Hill. And our final game will be at Petco with the Pirates and the Padres matching up later on this evening. Our scoreboard brought to you by Pepsi of Cheyenne.
Hi, I'm Alex White, tea master at Pure Leaf. When I make tea, everything I know goes into it. You can't be impatient. When I craft Pure Leaf iced tea, I don't take shortcuts, because I want you to have the same amazing taste of iced tea that I do. So I start with fresh picked tea leaves. Then, after they're delicately dried, I blend and brew them at a lower temperature to draw out their unique aromas. And then I taste and fine-tune the blend for a delicious smooth iced tea. I'd love to have you take a sip right now, but that's one thing we can't do over the radio. But you can experience the same delicious taste of Pure Leaf iced tea anywhere you are. I'm Alex White, Pure Leaf Tea Master. Pure Leaf, our thing is tea.
Are you thinking about purchasing a home? Then Platte Valley Bank can help. With Platte Valley Bank, you can count on local decisions and expect to work with an experienced staff to design a loan to fit your needs. Just log on to pvbank.com and fill out our online application. We have money to lend, and at Platte Valley Bank, we are in the business of fulfilling dreams, enriching lives, and building our community one loan at a time.
All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions may apply. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you looking for a pharmacist who will actually take the time to talk to you? Then come to Medicap Pharmacy. We're dedicated to healthcare only, which means we'll fill your prescription quickly, and then we'll make time to listen, answer your questions, explain your prescriptions, and tell you about possible drug interactions.
Medicap Pharmacy will always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
Okay, good day in the weight room, boys. Remember, we lift weights for strength. For cardio, we lift weights faster. Wachowski, quit looking at your stomach, son. What you're looking for ain't there. If you want a six-pack, the easiest way to get one is at Taco John's.
Stop in for a six-pack and a pound at Taco John's. Get 6 crispy beef tacos and a pound of potato olays, all for $10.99.
Let's Olay the day and go get one right now. Last one there has to pick up Mrs. Coach from jiu-jitsu class.
Olay the day at Taco John's.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For today, it'll be mostly sunny with highs around 86 and winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with a slight chance of rain showers throughout the evening with lows around 51. On Saturday, it'll be mostly cloudy with a possible thunderstorm in the afternoon with highs around 65. And on Saturday night, it'll be cloudy with lows around 45.
Fat, lazy, and stupid is no way to conduct a sports talk radio show. We've thrown down the gauntlet, upped the stakes, and made it clear that when it comes to sports talk radio in Cheyenne, there's a new player in town. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
We are back on Wyoming Sports Talk Today, abbreviated program. We're going to wrap things up here at 4 o'clock today. But in our first hour, we got a very special guest, and we're glad that he has a chance to stop on by and talk to us. And I hope I say the last name right, Seth Glaus?
Yes, sir.
All right, Seth is the new head coach of the rodeo program at LCCC, replacing Bo Clark, who's moved on to UW. And again, as we talk with Seth right out of the box, you're no stranger to the LCCC program. You've been there, you did it, done it. So I'm venturing to say, with Bo's departure, you stepping in, it hasn't missed a beat.
No, it's been a pretty smooth transition. Everybody's been welcoming. I got a great relationship with the kids and look to continue to build on it.
I know Nick is one that likes to ask about the resume part, and I'm going to save that for you. What I wanted to ask you, Seth, as we were talking a little bit, it's the rodeo circuit time now. And again, for the professionals. And again, you see some rookies as well. In like most sports, basketball, baseball, and you have younger student athletes, which you have at LCCC, do they get out and watch the pros and in their particular craft of what they do? Are you seeing a lot of your students going out and watching a lot of rodeo during the off season of school? And yourself, do you watch that too to pick up some tips that maybe the pros are doing these days?
Yeah, I mean, it's rodeo's on different rules than regular college sports, so a lot of our kids will professional rodeo and college rodeo, and that's allowed, and that's completely okay through the two associations. So, a lot of them are out there butting heads with the top guys going down the road, going to some rodeos. So
they can be a paid professional athlete then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was curious about that. So anyway, with the rodeo circuit going on right now, and again, if I'm not mistaken, I think Calgary must be next. The biggest rodeos coming up. Do our kids from LCCC, do they kind of hang around the Rocky Mountain area, or do you see them going off to Salinas, California, maybe down into Oklahoma City?
A lot of them will rodeo close to home. It's a lot easier for them. They're more part-time and filling in the summer with their rodeos, so they can stick to the closer to home, go to the circuit rodeos, try to qualify for the circuit finals. I got a kid named Brock Belcom. He actually qualified for the American semifinals coming up this fall, and as the Americans become pretty famous because it gives away a chance to win $1 million for the qualifiers. So they're going out and doing their thing, and if I'm here and I can help them any way, I dang sure try to.
For $1 million, absolutely, I'll sign up. I'll give it a shot for that kind of coin. But
Seth would be my best friend.
Absolutely, yeah. Say hey, hello to that one. But for Seth, just for the folks who are tuning in, at least are not familiar with LCCC or at least the rodeo program, or maybe yourself, again, just kind of give the quick resume, especially on the rodeo, of what your experience is, and also too of just how long you've been with this LCCC program so far.
I've been with LCCC as the assistant rodeo coach for the last 2.5 years. Got to meet a lot of great kids and grow my coaching ability or style and philosophy, and it's been a great experience. And now I'm stepping into the head coaching role is great. As far as my resume, I was a 4-time NFR qualifier in the bull riding. Won the all around a couple times for the circuit, and rodeo was my life and my passion, and how I made a living for the last 10 years before I got hurt and had to retire. But that's how life goes sometimes.
Absolutely. Now, at least for you, Seth, again, with that resume, at least you've been there, did it, done it. But certainly, is that something where you're kind of, at least student athletes could come up to you, again, have those questions like they did, for instance, with Bo, but now for yourself of kind of being that welcoming beacon of going, hey, maybe I need help on at least trying to overcome of, maybe shortened times on, roping or anything like that. Is that something where you've seen enough where, hey, I can give you that kind of expert opinion on how to maybe get a little bit better throughout your career?
For sure, yeah. I'm here to help them, guide them and try to, the ones that want to go down the same path I went down as far as professional rodeo, I'm here to help them. The ones that are just trying to grow and become the best that they can be, I'm here to help them do that too. It's I just want to help create well-rounded individuals that are, the kids that are great for the community and that LCCC can be proud of.
Like I mentioned before, not to cut you off, but as we been talking about with Bo Clark, he will be heading over to UW again, someone we've been talking with throughout this year. But for you, Seth, again, you've been around him, you know him very well. And again, moving on to that D1, at least option for student athletes, do you kind of foresee a good relationship there of saying, hey, Bo, you trust me very well. I have these kind of developing kids here, at least here in the city of Cheyenne, just 40 miles just east of you of Laramie to send on over. Is that something where you're going to try and utilize a lot, especially having that relationship and what Bo knows of at least LCCC rodeo?
Yeah, no, me and Bo have a great working relationship, and it's something we're both working or both planning on continuing going forward. As far as recruiting goes, sometimes he has a kid that's not quite ready to go to the university, and he'll send it to me, and I'll have a kid that I've talked to that needs to be at the university, or I'll have a kid at school that needs to go to the university and pursue a bachelor's degree, and it's been great. I am looking forward to a little bit of friendly competition though with the rodeos, and
that's true.
And our goal is to send the whole team to the college finals, and that's what we're looking at and our goal to start the season.
Seth Klaus joining us here. He is the LCCC head rodeo coach. Seth, when you think of rodeo, and again, this is not to dismiss the ladies at all, but it's guys. They're doing the bareback and they're they're saddle bronc and bulls and steer wrestling. But the ladies, their main forte is barrel racing. Is there other events that are offered for the ladies when they're in competition?
Yeah, so the ladies, they can compete in goat tying, breakawaying, team roping, and barrel racing. So, and we got a great group of girls coming back. We ended up last year 4th in the region in both the men's and women's side. And I look for our kids to come back and be competitive this year. I mean, it's a very realistic shot that we'll send 2 teams to the college finals, and that'll be a great step in the right direction for LCCC.
You mentioned really quickly, at least with the college national final rodeo, that did happen up in Casper about a few weeks ago, but we did have some representation, at least the local side with LCCC. Just talk about how at least LCCC and the one representative competed up there in Casper.
Yeah, Austin, he did okay. He had tough luck in the first round. He missed his calf and missed his steer, but he bounced back great. He threw his last 2 steers down, both 5-second runs, that did really good, tied both his calves down. So he did great, got the freshman jitters out of the way, and looking forward to him to go back next year and kind of lead a team there.
Do you get help? And I think you mentioned your wife helps you with barrel racing, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sure she will. This was literally my first week of work. So,
well, no, and the reason I'm asking the question, because I'm a fan of that. I really enjoy barrel racing with the ladies, and of course, I even like it with the young kids. But in addition to the animal being very special and doing the track and the figure 8 and everything, what is involved there? Because again, you see some really good times. I know it's a bigger arena at Frontier Days, but is that more of a rider, specialty, or is it the animal that makes those times?
It's a combination of both. You got to have, Cheyenne's a tough arena, but you got 2 barrels that kind of sit way out in the middle of nowhere, so it's really easy for a horse to go by and miss, like if the rider's not doing their part, and it's it can be a tough sport, and I'm glad I got Jamie on my side, and I think she's gonna help bring another dynamic to LCCC rodeo.
He was talking about, all of the athletes in the little competition that you have, hopefully kicking off with Bo over at UW. As a coach, tell us a little, this is not like basketball and it's not like football where you have the kids going and pumping weights during the summer. But it is starting to evolve a little bit where the Cowboys and Cowgirls are heading into the weight room, and they're getting some endurance and some strength, and of course a lot of work with their animals, away from LCCC. Tell us a little bit some of the programs that you have set up, if you have already.
We at LCCC we have some strength and conditioning classes that we're going to encourage our athletes to get involved in, and rodeo is one of them events where you learn by doing, your body adapts by doing. It's, you can do some, I always was big on calisthenics and pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups like that, because you didn't really need a gym to do those things. And every little thing you do can only take you so much farther,
And Nick, it sounds like if you have a ranch, you're halfway there, right?
Absolutely. For you, Seth, going into this, at least with it being your first season as the head coach over at LCCC, any goals for this upcoming season, or at least throughout your head coaching career here at LCCC of, again, looking to send some athletes to come away as national finals champions, or, again, we just talk about what your kind of expectations are now with LCCC.
It's just, I want to succeed with the kids. I want them to be successful and pursue what they want to do. My personal goals, I want to send a team to the college finals. That's my goal, is where we become perennial there and become contenders for a national title. And we're producing kids that can go down and hit the professional circuit and be competitive on that as well.
Now, for folks, at least anyone who's listening in or would be interested, at least kind of the younger athletes who would be interested in joining your program, how would they go about doing that? Is that something where you just give you a call on your cell phone, or is it a little bit more complex than that to join LCCC Rodeo?
No, I mean, it's I'm going out recruiting the type of kids that fit our mold, and the kids we want to be there. They're hard workers. They're dedicated to the sport. They put the time in the classroom, and it's not going to be a good fit for everyone, but hopefully with that we kind of raise our standards and raise our expectations and can create a successful program.
Do you head out to the smaller communities? Is that where you find those diamonds in the roughs? Because, I'm thinking Denver, I don't think you're going to find many, cowboys and cowgirls out there, but I might be wrong. But, I'm thinking the Sterling, Colorados of the world. You could even go over to Laramie. I guess the question is, where do your travels take you when you are trying to recruit?
So we're pretty fortunate here in Wyoming. The National High School Finals is in Rock Springs. So all the qualifiers from all the states come to Rock Springs. It's been in Gillette the 2 years before that. So that's a great recruiting tool. Lots of colleges come, visit with kids, recruit the type of kids they want, and then they get to see them perform and see what their abilities are. Other than that, each state has their list of rodeos, so you can kind of see where the kids are competing and what they're doing and how they're performing. So it's pretty easy recruiting tools because everybody's coming to the same spots,
I was going to say we got to take a break here in just a moment. When you're looking at the kids, obviously the stock that is, the rough stock that's brought out, these kids probably have never seen or maybe, have probably ventured on to the rough stock before. But what do you look for when you have that type of competition at LCCC? When you have those bringing in the stock, what kind of bulls do we want to bring in? Do we want to bring the meanest bulls into Cheyenne? Do we want to bring the toughest, longest steer horns? I mean, tell me a little bit what we look for when we're looking at those type of kids.
I want to bring in stock for all levels of competition, kids that can I want them to be able to learn and grow and progress as individuals and be able to be the best athlete that they can be, and we'll match them up with the stock that'll allow them to do that.
And when does things get underway here for LCCC's rodeo program?
I think school starts back the 27th of August, and we're going to, shortly after that, we'll be kicking off our practices.
All righty, Seth. We wish you all the best, and come back on the program anytime because we'd love to talk to you. I know we still do the Sean Doobie Memorial, so we got to
get updates on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so come on back and join us again.
He might be our CFD insider as well, too, around those times.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
All right, sounds good.
guys.
Seth Glauss joining us on our program today, Wyoming Sports Talk Today. We'll continue after we take this time out on 1480 K-Ray.
John Mason here for Lincoln Way Liquor. I want to thank Cheyenne for helping us grow during our first year of business. We have over 5,000 new customers in our database in just 13 months. Our customers love our low prices, free ice, 2% credit for future purchases, and some really friendly service. And we always have 16 weekly specials on beer, wine, and liquor. We ask you to compare Lincoln Way Liquor, 2825 East Lincoln Way. We're not the largest, but we might just be the best.
The time is now, and the place to go is Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service for their annual model clearance sale of Jayco RVs and fifth wheels. This is your year to travel the countryside, and what better way with your Jayco RV from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service. And to put you on the road today, save 30% on their annual model clearance. Their savings are always the best on whatever model you select. Come see and take home your favorite today when you buy from Jolly Rogers RV Sales and Service at 6102 East Highway 30 in Cheyenne, or go online to jollyrogersrvs.com.
When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think authentic Italian. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think made fresh from scratch. When you say Mondello Pizzeria, think great pizza, delicious Philly cheesesteak, superb hot and cold Italian sandwiches, meatballs, sausage, and special subs, calzones, crisp salads, and great service. When you say Mondello's Pizzeria, think unmatched Italian taste. Mondello's Pizzeria, 1507 Stillwater Avenue, your only true Italian stop for lunch or dinner.
People who know Mark Gordon talk about the kind of governor he'd be.
We have to have a forward thinker.
He's always been open to new ideas. He's the first person I ever saw bring a computer to a branding.
Mark Gordon, forward thinking for Wyoming.
He was an innovator and was very good at managing the budget.
Mark's experience is coming at a perfect time when we are needing fiscal responsibility.
His ability to watch our funds would do him well as governor.
Mark Gordon, Republican for governor.
Paid for by friends of Mark Gordon.
We're taking Cheyenne, Wyoming Sports Talk Radio to a whole new level. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today.
Don't look at me. I think these people are completely nuts.
Stop this crazy thing! And it's only here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
Welcome back to Wyoming Sports Talk Today, our shortened program for this Friday as we want to get an early start to the weekend. Of course, some baseball action, more late night action again.
There's some baseball going on right now as the Cheyenne Mustangs, to give you a little update, top of the fourth inning, they are leading 21-1 against the Brighton Bulldogs. So I would, it's safe to say that the Cheyenne Mustangs are going to pick up another victory. I would assume, right? I think it's safe to say.
I think this is going to be a shortened game.
And nothing against Brighton and every other team, but the Cheyenne Mustangs,
they're just boat racing everybody.
You got to feel, if you're an opponent going against the Cheyenne Mustangs, you just got to feel just awful, or at least, again, just...
You're a little nervous facing them.
Absolutely. Again, look at it. Again, 21-1. You're in Brighton, Colorado, taking on the Brighton Bulldogs, and you do this on their home field. I mean, they've been doing it here in Powersfield. It doesn't matter where they've been doing it against. It's just something phenomenal that the Mustangs have been doing this season. It's just something special. And again, with everything upcoming, at least they do have one more tournament, and then it will be Kaba time.
Right.
And again, as you've been saying, that's going to be the real true test. And
I think that's going to be the acid test because again,
depending on what teams come in, again, we always have to bring
we know that Post 6 will be there.
Yeah, but
and maybe we'll have that opportunity to see the Sixers and the Mustangs, actually get together.
Again, not to choose favorites, but Post 6, you got a major hill to climb when you face the Cheyenne Mustangs. Again, no offense, but what the Mustangs have been doing this season is just nothing short of just absolutely impressive. And again, also too, with the line score, they've only allowed 3 hits on 1 error for the Cheyenne Mustangs. Again, hitting and pitching all around, this team is just really good.
Well, and the thing, too, with the Mustangs, and you mentioned this, Nick, and I agree with you, seasons like this don't come around too often. And this is a season where everything is just at peak performance right now for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 through 9 in the batting order. They're getting great pitching. They're getting good relief.
I mean, all nine have scored in this inning alone. Again, as they put a 9 spot so far, there's only 1 out, so there's still plenty of damage as there's men on the corners right now with Brett Thompson up to bat. But again, at least with the Mustangs of what they've been doing this season, it's similar to what we're seeing today. Again, they score, it seems like, in every single inning that they're up. Manage to keep every team just quiet throughout the game, again, where pitching has been stellar. Yeah, folks, again, when you have this opportunity, especially when Caba's around, or at least, again, if it is in Cheyenne or if anything, but again, absolutely take advantage of seeing the Cheyenne Mustangs here in town when they are at Powers or Pioneer Park. Again, it's something special to see of what this team's putting on.
And again, too, with the state tournament coming up for the Sixers, they're looking to move on past that regional round. So hopefully, Ty Lane's got them. I think he's got them steered in the right direction right now. Coach Thompson.
Again, you can't deny what they did in Omaha, or at least taking down a team that was, at least that Creighton Prep team that went to the finals.
And they actually matched up pretty well against Arkansas, too. I mean, it's not like
they lost by a run.
Yeah, it's not like they rolled over and played dead in that one. So, you're looking at, and again, this city, Cheyenne, should actually get off their duffs, get on over to Powers Field when these two teams are back down. We've had that opportunity, you probably more than me. But, and me personally, I'm not a fan of the metal bat, but the Cobb is a wood bat. So, and I think we might put the show on hiatus because we're going to go out and watch some baseball while we're here. But I definitely want to, get out
again,
there.
all depending, or if not, if you're hearing us during that week, it's us bad-mouthing, again, of Steve Avila in the city.
I think we're not hearing anything. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
No news is good news. That's the old adage. So I'm thinking if we're not hearing anything that, and again, Ty told us when he was in here this week, that everything's still a go as far as he's concerned.
Yeah.
We haven't really chatted with Rick and Jay on it.
I don't think they really want to comment on that, especially after what happened last year. So I didn't feel like pressuring.
But they are participating in it. So.
Oh yeah.
And again,
we'll
look at the
get
latest list. There's still 18 teams committed to this tournament, right?
As of so far.
So hopefully everything will go according to Hoyle, and maybe Avila will pony
3 days
up
before he has to pay up.
Pay up and pony up. That's what he has to do. So anyway, like you said, this is a very special year for both the Sixers as well as for the Connie Mackers, the Cheyenne Mustangs. And again, looks like they are just making short work of this tournament that they're in this weekend. And again, when you have all pistons on the engine firing right now, they're just a hard team to beat. And we've seen that in the majors before. We've seen teams that just go on rolls, runs. Matter of fact, you go back to the old Rockies Rocktober, where they won, 22 out of their last 24 to get in the playoffs. It was like they could do nothing wrong. I'm just talking about that years ago.
The Rockies,
I would say, I'll give the Mustangs the better pitching. But what I'm saying is everything right now, every lineup, here's Coach Thompson. He's writing down 9 guys and a starter.
Yeah.
And it's just like, boom.
Mustangs' record right now, they only have 2 losses, and they played about 41 games, again, with 2 losses. It's tough for basketball teams to do that in an entire season in the NCAA. Again, this is baseball where absolutely, again, you don't see teams approaching numbers like this. Again, what the Mustangs are doing is just enough.
It's a phenomenal story that we have been on, and we're going to continue to keep on. But also, too, on the other side of the coin, the Post Sixers. They're having a phenomenal season as well.
Yeah.
And again, when we talk about their competition, too, you look at the Rapid City squads up there. When you talk American Legion baseball, you definitely always include post. I think it's post 22 up there, if I'm not mistaken, in Rapid City.
Sure.
I mean, and I've been up there playing ball, Nick, and I can tell you they've got banners up there of showing all of their championships.
Yeah.
And again, it's a remarkable job that those 2 American Legion programs have up there that they do up there in Rapid City as well. So again, like I said, I'm excited about it, and here in a couple of weeks. It's less than 2 weeks that we'll be out of Powers and watching a lot of baseball, and we'll see some stiffer competition. I guarantee you that we're going to, if everything goes according to Hoyle, we're going to have some stiffer competition. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back. We got more of Wyoming Sports Talk today. Got a brand new coach to introduce to you over at Cheyenne East. We're back after these words.
Is your teenager ready to drive?
Come on, Mom. Let's go.
Sorry, you're not ready to drive yet.
What? Come on.
You need to complete a driver's ed class first.
The Wyoming-Montana Safety Council offers a complete driver's education program taught by Tim Woodard, former Laramie County School District's driver's ed teacher. Classes are starting soon. Please call 635-4592 to sign up or go to wmsafetycouncil.org. Wyoming-Montana Safety Council. Think safe, live safe.
For 56 years, 1480 K-Ray has been Cheyenne's home for good times and great oldies. Also with KYY-FM, we are Cheyenne and the area's only locally owned AM-FM combo radio stations. Add that to the addition of 3 FM radio translators to serve the area with programming from both K-Ray and KYLY, and that equals a lot of bang for your local advertising dollar. Radio, yesterday and today, still works. For more information, contact Larry Proetti at 307-637-0301.
We are the key to your cleaning success. The Key People that provides affordable office and professional cleaning services for over 40 years with exceptional customer care. All of our contractors have background checks and are licensed and bonded. We guarantee you a safe and secure service that is tailored to your individual and business needs. The Key People do not impose year-long contracts, and all quotes are free, confidential, and personalized. Call the Key People at 1-800-468-8283. That's 1-800-468-8283.
Chick-fil-A is a proud supporter of our high school athletes at East, Central, and South. May the school year bring success to all of you. Before you start your day, stop by Chick-fil-A for a hearty, delicious, and satisfying breakfast. Only at Windmill and Del Range. Breakfast is served Monday through Saturday from 6 in the morning till 10:30 a.m. Breakfast with Chick-fil-A, the most important meal of the day at Windmill and Del Range.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 K-Ray.
For today, it'll be mostly sunny with highs around 86 and winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with a slight chance of rain showers throughout the evening with lows around 51. On Saturday, it'll be mostly cloudy with a possible thunderstorm in the afternoon with highs around 65. And on Saturday night, it'll be cloudy with lows around 45.
You bleed brown and gold? So do we. Wyoming Cowboys football and basketball is always front and center on the show. This is Wyoming Sports Talk Today, and it's here on AM 1480 K-Ray.
We are back on Wyoming Sports Talk Today. No more breaks, as we will take you up to the top of the hour. So, Cheyenne East has a brand new soccer coach, and they didn't have to go too far.
They haven't done on any of their new hires. They kind of looked down the bench and went, "You're up."
Well, they didn't look down the bench on this one because they went to Coach Gardner at LCCC and grabbed one of his assistants, and she's been there for, the last 15 years. So we say congratulations to Rebecca Valdez, who will now be the new soccer coach over at Cheyenne East. Now, this is a question that we'll pose to Rebecca when we get that opportunity to talk to her.
Yeah.
Because obviously LCCC soccer, and again, Jim was doing that. He was doing soccer with the LCCC during the summer, fall, and then he would come over and do the spring soccer with Cheyenne East.
I would assume so. Again, Gardner was doing it as a head coach role. Again, with Rebecca, she's doing an assistant with the LCCC, and then now new head coach with East. I think absolutely. I think Jim would probably say, hey, please stay on board with me, or again, without knowing what the official decision is. Again, hopefully we will be able to talk to her sometimes next week. So again, I would assume so.
Well, and also too with Rebecca, she teaches at Cheyenne East, so she already has I guess the inside to knowing the kids that will be participating in soccer. So. It fell into place for Jerry Schlaps.
It was a perfect relationship.
Yeah, and I think things are going to be going just as smooth for the East Lady Thunderbirds. And again, Coach Gardner obviously has his philosophy. I'm sure Rebecca has picked up quite a bit in her time.
I would assume
with Coach Gardner.
15 years, yeah. I would hope she pick up something or at least have some knowledge. But again, absolutely.
But it's her team, so
she's gonna use her own kind of at least what she wants of her own specific style.
Right. So again, congratulations going out to Rebecca Valdez, who is now the new head coach for the East Lady Thunderbirds.
It is a 20-run victory for the Cheyenne Mustangs. That is, as it is
final
after 4. It was Cheyenne Mustangs 21, Brighton Bulldogs 1. To get the, I'll have to scroll over to see what the record is for the Cheyenne Mustangs. They are 38-2 overall right now. So again, 40 games under the book, at least into the book. 38-2.
You want to break that down into 38-2, 19-1. So that would be what, 95% win percentage.
Yes.
Not too bad. You know that I think 95% in most schools is what, a A+.
Yeah. And again, with the season almost over at this point in time with the Cheyenne Mustangs, again, at least for all kind of local baseball as it's kind of winding down, here we are, at least the final days here of June. Again, you'll have all of July and a little bit of August. So, again, 38-2, it's not a small sample size. This team's for real.
I would hope the season for both the Sixers as well as the
I have a feeling
extended to mid-August.
I have a feeling that it will.
We're going to move on here real quick.
We got baseball notes. We got NBA. Officially, we got an award.
Yeah. Congratulations again to Rebecca Valdez, the new head soccer coach over at Cheyenne. So, Major League Baseball, I think we are going to get, I don't know, I don't want to say some separation, but we should this weekend in the West. But I've
already been telling you.
I want to mention, though, you got the Yankees and the Red Sox hooking up, and that's going to be a good series, as always. I think the Yankees are hosting the Red Sox.
Oh, now you say
weekend.
As always. You poo-pooed when I was saying that.
Anyway, we move along here to the West, where the Diamondbacks and the Giants will hook up for 3 at Chase. And I think
that's a toss-up. Giants do somewhat well on the road.
Well, the Diamondbacks don't get Bumgarner, so they get a break there.
So,
and the Dodgers and the Rockies are going to hook up this weekend at Chavez Ravine. Padres, they got the Pirates, but they're 12. They are now officially double digits out. So the way the standings look today in the West, you have the Diamondbacks on top, who are 23-16 at Chase. So we'll see if the Giants can.
They're what?
They're 23-16 at Chase.
So they still don't have the best NL home record like the Giants do.
Giants are 26-14 at home.
They're awful on the road, though.
Dodgers are 22-21 at Chavez Ravine, and the Rockies are 24-20 on the road. They are hoping.
We saw what that road record did for them in San Francisco. Now here we go.
And they're lucky.
LA.
They are lucky yesterday to come away with that one victory. DJ LeMahieu off Dyson hitting that 2-run homer. With 2 strikes, no less, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Rockies kind of limped out of San Francisco. But then again, too, you pick up a win in lieu of your bullpen sucking the entire series.
They're fortunate to get a win.
And
is it something that it's going to be a momentum, at least boost into LA?
It helps tonight.
I really don't think so.
Again,
I think after that, hey, you kind of licked your wounds. You were thankful you didn't get swept.
The thing that I'm concerned about is John Gray for the Rockies and Marquez. You got Gray and Marquez that are not doing worth a damn. Anderson,
there's your ace, and he isn't doing anything.
Yeah, Anderson's okay. Bettis is okay. Freeland has been the ace of the staff. But you got 2
But the Rockies aren't going to classify him as that.
Well, you got 2 starters right now that are just not doing well. You got a middle relief corps that's not good.
We already know that.
And
again, why are we beating a dead horse?
Well, no, but I'm just saying they got 3 in Los Angeles where pitching is a premium, and that. Again, they're getting healthy, too.
Pitching was a premium in San Francisco as well. Again, you had the one blowout game there, at least game number 3. Again,
Stratton, come on, Stratton's not that good. He should not be on the starting rotation.
Again, he still got him. At least he was still, it didn't get out of hand. At least with the Giants' offense, they still kept on at least going back.
He went
and forth.
4 innings, Nick. He gave up 5 earned runs.
I don't care. Again, it was still a situation where the Giants still had a shot to win that 3rd game and again sweep the Rockies, but they didn't. Now going to LA, absolutely. Again, pitching's going to be a little bit more stingier than what you probably saw there in San Francisco, as much as it kind of was at the top other than Game 3. Again, you saw, again, Game 2 was a 1-0 walk-off run with Brandon Crawford, but now with L.A., yeah, sorry, you're going against a little bit tougher team, a little better pitching, again, a little more potent offense in my opinion.
A team that's healthy again.
Healthy-ish.
Well, they're a little more healthier than the Giants right now. Giants are 2 pitchers unhealthy, and one of them, I think Cueto.
Shamarz is he's at least with the Giants. I think Bochy came out and said that he is watching him very closely. He doesn't want to at least toss him out too
Bring
soon.
him back too fast.
So at least it looks like the Shark is about to come back, and Cueto same as well. Again, he's getting his little stints down in
Sacramento,
or at least up in Sacramento, but he is close to coming back as well. So again, the Giants are almost there, being full on. Well, they're not full healthy because again, forget Evan Longoria.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal with the Rocks, and then we'll size up the Giants. Rockies, it's must. It's must on this trip here through Los Angeles.
I think the Rockies right now just want to get to the All-Star break.
No, they got to take 2 out of 3 in Los Angeles. They've had some success.
They're not going to. If you think that's going to happen against the Dodgers on the road, again, I give you credit, Rockies, that you're doing well on the road, but this is a different team. This is a different Dodgers
I think
team.
a little confidence booster for the Rockies, knowing that they won't have to face Cueto.
Huh?
Kershaw. They won't have to face Kershaw on this trip. So he threw yesterday. No, really, come on. Kershaw would get healthy against the Rockies.
Maybe.
I would think he would. But again, you're going to face Rich Hill. Hill has not been.
Okay, there's one solid pitcher. Again, Rich Hill on the Rockies would be an ace.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of pitchers that under the Mendoza line that would be an ace for the Rockies.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Again, that's a quality pitcher right there.
The Rockies need to get 2 out of 3.
They're not going to. There's no way.
And then they head back, and then they'll face the Giants for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Coors Field. For the Giants, the same thing. I think to get at least a game off that mark where they're 5.5 back, if they could take 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks, I feel pretty healthy about them and their status.
Again, right now, scenarios is what you're looking for is, again, Giants to take 2 out of 3 against Arizona to kind of separate the Rockies in the top 3. And again, with the Dodgers, I wholeheartedly believe that they're going to take 2 out of 3, if not sweep the Rockies there at Chavez. But, again, as I've been saying for many a time right now, again, here's that road trip, here's that stint of where you're facing your division rivals or your division opponents. And again, you're going to see that separation where these teams right now are healthy. They're figuring out things. Rockies are still kind of just running around with the head kind of cut off chicken, situation right now. Again, that's a scenario you're kind of, especially at least for the Dodgers, Arizona, you're kind of hoping that where, again, Dodgers take care of things. If you're the Giants as well, you take care of things in Arizona. And again, you start kind of burying. You already took care of San Diego. Obviously, we know San Diego's not going to do squat this season. And again, the Rockies right now, for these 3 teams, you want that where, hey, let's start burying the Rockies.
Well,
let's not give them a shot.
If the Rockies can't get the job done in Los Angeles, they're going to find themselves looking way, way up, and I just don't think they've got. I think they got.
And I think
the
also too, again
it.
with the Rockies, it's a situation with the top 3 teams there in the West. You want that separation. You want to start burying this team because again, if they were to whatever reason figure out things, get that bullpen rocking, again, Colorado could be that team that could put on a lengthy stretch of wins. Again, have a few good series here where again they find a way to crawl back into things. But right now, if you're the West, if you're every team, again, Giants, Dodgers, whoever that is facing the Rockies, you take this series very seriously with the Rockies and going, let's just dump them out right now. Let's not have to worry about them. As we have 2 other teams to worry about, let's just get rid of them right here, right now. And again, I think the Dodgers are going to approach this in a not a do or die situation, but they're going to take a look at this very seriously.
They're going to get close to the Diamondbacks. Yeah, they're going to have to make a move here, especially against the Rocks. All right, we're going to wrap up baseball. Quickly move into basketball. And again, when we come back Monday, the fog will be lifted quite a bit. And
what do you mean the fog's already lifted?
Well, we know one big name has already decided to say, I'm opting out.
A lot of big names have said.
But the biggest of the names decided to opt out.
Well, today was official, and we all knew it was going to happen. But today was the official announcement with LeBron James saying he will opt out of his contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, so making him an unrestricted free agent. So coming up, again, with free agency opening up on Monday, it was now official. So you have Paul George, you have LeBron James, you have at least the Kawhi situation where he wants to be traded.
And
again, you also
take that care of that.
And again, even on the local side, or at least down the road with Denver, again, you have kind of free to play around with. Again, maybe Will Barton is a person to take an eye, at least a look at of what he does in free agency if the Nuggets do not lock him up. Again, a lot of big names being tossed out, but it's now official. It is now time. It's now to get ready, especially with LeBron, as I don't know if you saw, but his decision cave is going to be down in the Bahamas. He's going to have people surrounding him, at least helping out make this decision. Yeah, he has a decision cave in the Bahamas.
Great.
Yeah, we'll see if they do a live on location.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
ESPN.
So he opts out of his deal, which was going to pay him, $35.6 million.
Yeah, something just insane.
So, and what happens is we'll use the.
And again, I think LeBron, money does not mean anything.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But
I was going to say, if he decides to go to the Lakers and the Lakers throw out $40 million, just for argument's sake,
they're not.
Cleveland can't match it because he does not want to play for Cleveland. He said, "I'm out."
He did not say that he doesn't want to be at Cleveland
anymore. Does Cleveland
anymore.
Got the opportunity to match that $40 million?
Maybe again without knowing what their kind of cap space and what they have on kind of luxury tax, but again for the Cleveland Cavaliers, at least with LeBron, he did not say that he's not going back to Cleveland. He has not made that decision yet. Again, all he just said is he's opting out of his contract. It's kind of the same thing with Paul George. He can absolutely return to Oklahoma City, but he just decided, hey, I'm just gonna play free agency and see where it lands me. Again, LeBron, it is all signs are pointing that he's not going to be in Cleveland anymore and join the LA Lakers. But again, we can't assume anything. That's why I think of with this quote unquote decision part 2 for LeBron. It's something that I do not anticipate here the early part of July. Again, maybe late July is where we give him a few weeks. He processes everything, and he goes, all right,
well,
here's my decision.
If Paul George decides to go back to the Thunder, then I think Melo's going to be on the move. They're going to get rid of him. Because they can't – I think this is the only reason that Paul George is going to leave the Thunder, because he knows they can't win with Melo. That three-headed monster is not a good three-headed monster. It's only two.
No, we know that, but again, we can't really – go in the mind of Paul George of what is he thinking. Again, maybe he is just testing the waters to see what's there. Again, see where LeBron does land, see with the Kawhi situation, and again, kind of entertain of going weighing his options. But again, can't really speak for the guy, and who knows? Both of these major stars might just go back to their teams. Maybe Cleveland does a little moves in the at least the offseason, goes, hey LeBron, check out these pieces that we brought in. You know, maybe Cleveland goes after Kawhi Leonard. Maybe they find a way to trade, to give, hey, you guys get Kevin Love and all these other pieces. Maybe it's a situation like that where Cleveland goes aggressive and goes, hey, LeBron, we got your pieces. Please stay with us. Take that $35 million and let's go win championships with this new crew that I got you here at least in Ohio. But who knows? Who really knows at this point in time? Again, free agency, at least that starts up here again on Monday. And, again, trades, who knows what's going to happen with that. Again, a lot of trades, at least a lot of potentials have been tossed out there. Again, with Anthony Davis as one name, a trade. Again, we know Kawhi is leaving San Antonio. That's a guarantee. And with others, again, Kevin Love, maybe he might be on the move. Maybe Kyrie Irving is on the move out in Boston. Possibly, again, another name as well with L.A., Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma. They might be on the move to make space for LeBron James, but who knows?
Do you suspect much movement this weekend, or is it just kind of like, here's the explosion, and then we'll kind of work these deals out throughout the course of the next couple, 3 weeks?
Do I anticipate big moves this weekend? Probably not, especially with 4th of July coming up. I don't think players want to deal with all that, but Again, you'll probably see it next weekend, if anything, if where it kind of ramps up, or probably during, probably after the 4th of July holidays when I say things start ramping up to get at least everything squared away. With Leonard out in San Antonio, do I anticipate them to make a deal within this first week? No. I think that's another situation where they're going to have to work.
Listening to offers right now.
Yeah, and again, right now, all intents and purposes, they are listening to Boston for one, L.A. is another, and I do believe the other team that was tossed out, if I can remember, I think it was the Knicks, were looking to move pieces as well. So we'll see.
Okay, if that trips his trigger, I guess that'll be great.
It doesn't trip his trigger. Again, that's up to San Antonio. They're going to make that decision for him. Again, he has no. He just wants out. He wants out. So, but San Antonio's going to go. Well, yeah, we need something for you.
Yeah, we're not going to grant your wish and send you to L.A. We're going to go where the best deal happens for us.
Send him to Memphis.
Good. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. All right, we got to wrap things up here. Again, we are going to be back with you again Monday. On 1480 K-Ray.
Monday with our special guest hosts who will join us 3 to 5, or at least it's tentative schedule. Hopefully we will be able to announce that on Monday, but with the individual, we'll need to reconvene with them on Monday.
She will
don't say, why ruin it?
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I didn't say any
You're
names.
An idiot. You're dumb.
I didn't say any names.
But you put a gender on it? Are you kidding me?
Well, she's smarter than you and me.
You're a moron.
All right, well.
Clearly.
All right, well,
you had to ruin the surprise.
There is no surprise now.
Yeah, clearly, because you ruined it.
Who is it?
Who
is it?
I'm going to strangle you. No.
All
I'm
right,
not doing it.
There you go. Nobody knows. So, all right. Gosh, give me a break.
I'm turning off this camera. I'm going to strangle you.
Yeah, go ahead. Make my day, punk.
Please.
All right, we are ready to wrap things up. Back with you again coming up on Monday from 3 until 5. Enjoy your weekend. And
what are you doing?
I just want to remind everybody coming up the best of the 50s and 60s, since we don't have any Golden Age of Radio Theater. That airs Monday through Thursday right here on 1480 K.
Why not just make it Monday through Friday?
No, because we have basketball and football and everything else, and I don't want to interrupt. All right, keep things consistent. I believe in being consistent. All right, on this date in history, what do you got?
On this date in history, it is June 29th. We'll go back to the year 1990. This first time in MLB history happened on the pitching side.
1990, first time MLB history.
1990, June 29th. That's not really going to help you, but 1990, it was the first ever in MLB history involving 2 pitchers.
One threw a perfect game, one threw a no-hitter?
Close. How about it was back on this date in 1990, A's Dave Stewart no-hits the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers' Fernando Valenzuela no-hits St. Louis. It was the first time no-hitters in both leagues happened in Major League Baseball history.
Wow, back-to-back days. All right.
Not back-to-back days, it was the same day.
Back-to-back no-hitters on the same day.
But it was also, too, again, it was in different, it was in AL.
Stewart with AL.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap things up here on our side of the fence. Again, we want to thank you so much for joining us here today. You also want to, real quick, while I got the list in my hand, you want to thank all these fine sponsors before we get to the top of the hour. Taco John's, Jolly Rogers RV